Deadly aircraft crashes across the country has many passengers on edge and sparking a social media frenzy, asking the question, is it still safe to fly? In upstate New York on Saturday, a twin-engine plane killing 6 people, including former NCAA Woman of the Year and MIT All-American soccer player Karina Groff. They were on their way to the Catskills to celebrate Passover. In Florida, a family of 3 died in Boca Raton when authorities say a Cessna 310 aircraft burst into flames after crashing on a busy street. Police say the plane was only in the air for about 8 minutes before experiencing mechanical problems. And then search crews are still looking for the main rotor of the helicopter that plunged into the Hudson River just last week, killing everyone on board, including a Spanish family of 5, as well as that pilot. The FAA and NTSB are trying to determine what caused the chopper to just lose parts midair. Joining me now, I have NewsNation travel editor Peter Greenberg. Peter, good morning to you. I mean, man, you and I are getting on every week or two to discuss a new aviation crash. What's going on here? Because, I'm no longer buying that we're in a new age of media coverage and everybody has their cell phones out, yada, yada. We've been in that era for quite some time. So what's going on here in your eyes?
Well, each crash, of course, is different. The reasons behind those crashes are now being investigated. As we've talked about before, no plane or aircraft ever crashes for any one reason. We have 3 separate kinds of circumstances here in terms of pilot error, possibly, spatial disorientation, weather, and of course, severe mechanical and structural failure in the case of the helicopter falling into the Hudson in New York City. Those 3 crashes create an incident for the NTSB to work on, but also to make severe and important urgent safety recommendations. The helicopter crash is the most problematic because this is not pilot error based on what we've seen. The rotor blades were completely detached from the aircraft. We saw them spinning freely. And of course, once that happens, a helicopter is like a brick. It just drops. And that's what we saw, a terrible incident there. But the real question they're going to look at now is who performed the maintenance on this aircraft, who signed off on it, and who inspected it. And Markie, I need to tell you, this goes back to some sightseeing helicopter incidents that happened 6 years ago in Hawaii, where we had a number of fatal incidents with sightseeing helicopters. And the FAA was called into question there because they certified pilots who weren't qualified. There was no virtual oversight there by the FAA. They were understaffed. And then they changed some of the rules in terms of minimum allowable altitudes and maximum allowable altitudes, looking at advanced weather forecasting much closer in, because the weather in those islands can change radically. But in this particular case, this aircraft was already in the air, the helicopter, for 18 minutes. There was no visibility issue, no weather issue. This was clearly a severe structural failure.
Yeah, just horrific to even watch that video, Peter. I know Senator Chuck Schumer is now calling on their Part 91 license to be revoked. That's a license that they use in order to fly tourists around the city. He wants that to be revoked until after a full investigation is complete. Do you agree with that move?
Well, I don't think it will be revoked. It will be suspended. And right now, pending any investigation, I think that's it's a proper course of action, because when you start doing connecting the dots and doing the timeline of who had access to the aircraft, who performed the maintenance, who signed off on it, but more importantly, where was the oversight, that gets into federal air regulations that may need to be amended. Regardless of this particular crash, it may have to apply to all sightseeing helicopters.
Yeah, we know that that helicopter did not have any flight recorders. We'll see how that hinders the investigation. Peter, you and I have talked about this extensively. I've never in my life been a nervous flyer. I have my pilot's license. This is the first year ever, after the spate of crashes that you and I have covered, where I think about things, on takeoff and landing, especially while I'm holding my daughter now. And I think everybody's asking the question, is it still safe to fly? How do you answer that?
Well, I could answer it very easily. Well, you and I are talking right now. Today, there will be 47,000 takeoffs and landings over the United States alone. And guess what? The numbers are still overwhelmingly in your favor. I'm speaking to you from Hong Kong right now. I took 3 separate flights to get here, and I'm here.
And you're here. I understand you're in the tallest hotel building in Hong Kong. Where in the world are you, Peter?
No, the tallest hotel building in the world.
In the world.
160. Yeah. I'm on the 116th floor of the Ritz-Carlton. It's actually 118 floors, and I wish I could show you the skyline right now. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I always live vicariously through you. Yeah, this is not stopping you anytime soon. Thank you so much, as always, for hopping on with me. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.